Alright, so today we're going to look at the iconic intro to Little Wing. This has sort of been considered, as long as I've played guitar, and that's a long time, the holy grail of Hendrix. If you can do even remotely close to what Jimmy's doing on this intro, then you've really quite literally climbed a mountain, musically speaking. So anyway, let's examine the live version first. This is from the Royal Albert Hall, okay? And it goes something like this. And then, of course, into the song. All right, so let's break this down, okay? This is a awesome version. It's quite a bit different than the studio version. So we'll get there, but let's just start here. And we're going to do very similar to what's on the record as far as the studio record, but it's going to be lots of little quirky little sort of just subtle changes, and then a couple bigger changes. Anyway, so the hits just like the record. So you're going to have that where you're going to play the high E and the B with your pinky, and I grab the second finger, my middle finger, the low E, and they slide down together like so. Kind of a tricky move there. Now he just takes us up to an octave higher than he's going. Right. So I'm gonna get the minor third and then the minor third above that. Okay. So it sets us up to go to G. So it's now that's pretty similar to the record, but a little different because you're going to go straight into that. So I'm getting getting almost like similar to the record, just a little different though, right? So we're going to start with, and then he does this really delicate on the top where he starts tickling the 9. So right, so and then you hear, I think you're hearing these strings ring open for a second. And then it's so the octave thumb. He's always playing with his thumb. And he's got that minor. Well, it looks like a minor third, but it's actually it's a major second. It's a whole step. And then it's a minor third. So, in fact, actually, you don't even hear the minor third. He just goes. He's grabbing the E note and the D together. So it's that major second. And then so you're going to go. Now you're going to get a fourth interval between D and on the D string between the G and the C note. So it's like so it's okay, do that slowly. So, and then it's alright, grabbing that fourth interval. And then it's minor third there between the A and the C note. And you notice instead of like the studio record, he'll go down to the B. He'll go. But this one's he slides on the E. And then it's like the studio record to E. And he does this similar, but then it changes. So it's you're gonna do a weird where you grab this A to the G note, and you're grabbing the D down there, and then grab this, and you go all the way to the D there, back again. So it's, and then single notes instead of again. Okay, so this is where you gotta really pay attention because he's jumping around really quickly, and it doesn't happen slowly. It's pretty quick. So you've got so he's going. All right, so you're gonna hit this the fourth, and then the double stop up here to the minor third. So you're grabbing that B and the D note. All right, so it's. And then you're gonna, as soon as you hit this is a G note here. As soon as you hit that, you hit the open A string, and you're gonna create the C like an A-shaped chord, right? Okay, so it's all really fast, like. Okay, one more time. So it's like. So let's break it down from the C chord. So we have this, and then you're going to change your technique to grab this F to E. So, and then you're going to do that little, it's basically an inversion of C. So it looks like you're playing like a G shape in the cage system with C. So, right? So we've got. Right, and then does the octave. Just to a C like that. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. So these chords are going to be just like the studio record. These it's basically parallel fifths. He's going to play a G, and then a fifth above that, which is D, and then a fifth above that, which is A. So I just call them parallel fifth chords, right? All right, and you hear him do the right, which is C major, of course. This is D5, right? He just does it this way. Actually, I'm doing it the studio version. He goes. He actually hits the third of the chord, right? This is a D major, and he goes. And he goes from the third. Okay, that's on this live Royal Albert Hall version. Let's go to the studio version, which everybody's familiar with that. Now, this is many years of me contemplating how to do this, and if you guys have a different way to do it, or you think there's something that could be done, you know, more accurate to Hendrix, let me know. But as far as I could tell, this seems to be pretty close. You know, I think there's ways to do things differently, but again, the choice of strings will create a different, brighter or darker sound, and of course, that's, you know, if you want the accuracy, if you want it to be accurate, and you're really going for that accuracy of how Jimi did this, you have to play this on the right strings. Even a little lighter gauge string, like I think he used like a 10 or 9 to a 38, so it's pretty light gauge strings. My strings are 9 to a 47, I believe. These are the Tomastic Infeld, great strings from Austria. I think personally, I think they're the best strings in the world. So I don't know, look it up. But anyway, so here's a Little Wing as it's played in the studio, and we're going to tear it apart and talk about some of the other ideas. All right, so I do it like this. so let's talk about that. Break it down a little bit. Same intro like the live. All right, you're gonna go. All right, and I'm using the second finger and the fourth, same way. Double scratch, and I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna get this kind of basically G chord, and then we end up on G. All right, so it's. Everything ring out, so you're hearing basically all the notes of this G ringing out. So you got okay, and then we're gonna move up here. So it's like, yeah, I actually go like. So you gotta really grab this this major second again. This is going to be a C to E, and then it's going to be a D to E. So it goes from a major third, this, really quickly to a whole step or major second. So not like the Royal Albert Hall. He goes. So this time he slides on the B, right? So it's like. Now we're into the E. Or sorry. Yeah, very different than the Royal Albert Hall. It's funny when you start thinking about that, you can get almost confused because he really did change the feel and the rhythm and the sort of timing of that a little bit. So this one's studio version. A little bit straighter. Going to do this. This is called a B minor 9, right? So he's going to add the pinky to get this get the 10th interval up there. So watch how I switch fingers there. It's really important to switch because you're going to set you up to do the B flat major chord in a second. And then when I do this, I'm grabbing that interval there. This is the F sharp and the B. So right, and then I grab that the root of the minor chord, B minor, and then so then it's to B flat. All right, so and then this is the stretch where he goes. So he's going. He's going to grab that B and the C note, get a minor second. So this is a tough move. When you do this, you want to probably get your thumb here. So I would really think about your technique to do this. This is definitely one of the hardest, technically, the technical part or side of this might be the hardest. And also, you know, the flow of the timing with this is also really, it's a really difficult thing to get this flow right. So it's, all right, so let's back that up. So we've got from here. So I'm going to go, I'm grabbing that A note there, to that B, and then B flat, and then its thumb should be probably centered. I don't know how well you can see that. So it's F, E, and then you're going to go with your thumb over. So you're really working on your technique as you play this. It's got to be thinking about, don't let your technique fall apart. You you know, it's funny if I just play it, it's a lot easier than almost teaching it because you get where you're sort of losing the flow of playing it. You've got to think more, just relax and pull off the technique. So it's like, and then like that, right? So I'm gonna jump into that. And then when you do this, you're gonna do like a C6. And that's when that whole Leslie thing's going off and you hear all that swirling. So it's a little tricky to hear it, but you definitely, when you know it and you hear it and you see that, oh yeah, that finger just moves down to the to catch the A, then you realize, yeah, that's how it's done, no question. So right, like that. And when he grabs that, he's gonna get the 9 of the C chord with his pinky, right? Okay, and now you're gonna slide up with your first finger because the next chord is a D5. All right, and then it's okay. So this is, and then you get this really cool. It's grabbing that 4, the G. Okay, so, and then he's grabbing the E and the A note on the A and D strings, right, with his first finger. So, and then he's got the third, right, like the third of D, right? It's a D chord. There you have it. All right, I hope that helps. It's the way I've been doing it now, and I've been playing a while, so that's just the way I have settled in on how to do it. But if you have a different idea and you want to show me or put down in the comments, hey, this is how I do it, I think it's more like the record. I'd be really curious to see it. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Thanks.